Hi, I'm Keir Divan. I'm a member of PCI SIG, and we're here to talk a little bit about how PCI SIG enables IoT devices in the industry today. Before we get into a whole lot of details, let's look at what does PCI Express Enabled IoT devices really mean. There are a plethora of devices out in the industry today. You have, for example, you have mobile devices, you have routers, broadband network aggregators, you have the automobiles today, right? Which also actually send a lot of data out into the cloud. So all of these edge devices or devices which sit at the edge and pump data into the cloud or data center are IoT devices. Now, if these devices start deploying PCI Express as a high-speed serial bus as a means to communicate to the network, then that device becomes PCI Express enabled IoT device. And as we've said, there are a ton of these devices out there today. So what is PCI Express doing to enable some of these devices in the industry today? Or does PCI Express really need to do anything at all to start with? Maybe it's already there, so we'll talk a little bit about that. So let's focus a little bit in terms of what do these IoT devices really require today to be successful and be deployed in the ecosystem. The biggest need for IoT devices is being able to operate at low power and being able to transmit data at a much higher throughput than what it has done in the past. And how do you accomplish that, right? Besides that, these IoT devices in the network today also have to talk to a variety of different components. For example, the networking piece, the control elements, the sensors. All of these have to come together, and that data has to be combined, aggregated, and sent to the cloud for further processing. So the need for enumeration of these devices becomes really important and critical as a part of the IoT design. Now, as the industry transforms and there's a need to have these kind of capabilities within the IoT devices, designers want to make sure that they choose something which is reliable, robust, tested, mature in the market, so that it brings down their overall risks for the design. So now PCI SIG, if you look at the way the standard's written, it's been there for a long time. It offers this ability to operate at low power, given the different ways PCI SIG has defined in terms of exiting the low power states or waking up a device and minimizing the power requirement, which is ideal for a device like IoT for being able to do that. Besides that, PCI Express is the only architecture available today which actually enables you to help with device enumeration so that it can actually start talking to these various subsystems or components within the design or the entire component or the product which you're designing. Given all these capabilities and the form factors which PCI Express already has in place today, for example, the M.2 connector and the mini PCIe, they exist already today. These are designed not to support just the needs for the IoT-enabled devices today, but also for the future. So while we're talking about these IoT devices, it's interesting how the industry is transforming today. You have the cloud and you have devices at the edge. What I see happening in future is really a transformation where the cloud's actually eventually going to shift at the edge. So your IoT devices, which are really edge devices, will be the cloud for tomorrow. And how do you enable and future-proof your designs so that what you invest in today can be scaled when the technology transforms where the edge devices become cloud? PCI Express with its architecture is already there today. So you can accomplish that by deploying PCI Express in your designs and make sure that you are future-proofing to something which is going to transform the industry in the next 5 years or so.